Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. Sorry we didn't have a video yesterday. I got caught doing a project. It took all my time and focus away, but it turned out awesome. So we got the buyer class tonight. It's probably too late to register, but you could try, I guess, if you want. But it's going to be a great time. Colin Best is coming, and Colin brings the heat whenever he comes. So he's always a very welcome guest, talking about what Milton might look like 10 years from now, 5 years from now, maybe even longer than 10 years. And so talking about which streets are going to be changing, which areas are going to be built up. Those are all key things that you want to know if you're thinking about moving to Milton. And so let's get to today's list. It's Cartwright Crescent starting us off. Croftside model. It looks like an end unit Croftside at $363 and laminate floors. You know what? Not too bad at all. It is an end unit because you can see the window in the dining room. That's a pretty attractive price. Now it says no neighbors behind. My guess, in the next 5 years, you're going to start to see construction there. The land has already, as far as I know, been spoken for. So you definitely want to pay attention to what's going to be behind you. Anytime in Milton you see vacant land, that might be a great question to ask Colin tonight. You know, what's going behind there. So anyhow, you can check out zoning maps, but I believe residential homes are going in there. So Willett Terrace, $369. It's an Emery model. It's like 1370 square feet, and it looks like this one's real hardwood, not laminate floor. And very nice inside. It's very similar to the Croftside. It's like the newer version of the Croftside. They've got an upgraded countertop in the bathroom, under-mounted sink. And they fenced it. I mean, it looks like nobody has the permanent fences up. These guys may have pets, and so that's why they've chosen to do the chain link fence. Now, that's the train tracks right there. There is a sloping berm that creates a physical barrier so that the noise from the train isn't as apparent. My understanding is that it works pretty well. You still do hear it, especially as you get up on the second floor. It's a little bit more noticeable. But even with this home, you've got some separation. There's a couple homes that separate you from the train tracks, and that makes a big difference because your neighbors create the sound barrier as well. Nice little pattern concrete there. All put together very well. This is an attractive price. I think they're going to do extremely well. Tupper Drive, $369. Just about every home in this stretch of Tupper has a very similar layout. So you've got some hardwood stairs there, long tiled hallway. You've got your kitchen with a raised breakfast bar. And I even like how they did the cabinet faces on the back there. I talk about that sometimes, how it just gives it a better, more finished look. I mean, the parquet isn't going to win anyone over, and where the camera person is standing is where you'll find the little eat-in area right here, and there's a little pass-through window. So $369, very much in line with what these ones normally sell for. They're all about 1,800 square feet. There's a big, long master bedroom upstairs. There's a long family room on the main floor. And for what they are, you know, they're pretty good. They're not far from what's that school? St. Anthony of Padua. They're not too far from there. It's in the Bruce Trail School District. Bell Street is $389. Actually looks like a pretty big home for $389. 1.5 stories, so you're probably going to find some sloped ceilings here. There's some mature trees. It's more towards the older part of Bell. Looks like it's had some upgrading done. And yeah, I look at that tree coverage there. Even if the home needed some work, it's still on almost 100 foot by 130 foot lot. Real interesting one. Don't expect it to be like sort of super fantastic. You're probably going to have to do a little bit of work in here just based on how it's pricing. That's my guess, but that's a neat home. It's something different, and it could be something really special. Manly is at $389.9. Semi-detached. It's on a huge 167-foot lot. That's bigger than we find in homes built in the 50s. Obviously not as wide at 22 feet. The floor plan itself, you walk in the front door, you get a little actual hallway, which gets harder and harder to find with some of the new homes. You've got a bit of a sitting area, the kitchen, and there's your backyard. So not a tremendously huge home, but I think for the money, what you're paying for is certainly the lot, and you're getting more than 1,500 square feet. Dimod is $419. They're looking for an August 1st possession. I really like this one, the Rothmill End. It is a seller selling themselves. When you get a home like this, it does speak for itself. I mean, it's not to say there's no benefit in having an agent. I think that with the right marketing plan, with the right negotiation, an agent would actually multiply your investment. A good one. But anyhow, this one looks terrific. I've been waiting for a really good looking one inside to command up in the fours. But the only thing I'm looking here is that there's different cabinets on the bottom and the top, so I'm not sure how that would look in person. But you can see the effort that's been made here is readily apparent. And it's a good looking home and unit, a lot of things going for it. I think they have a real shot at $419. Dalgleish 524.9. It is a double car garage. You got 4 bedrooms. I don't know how big it is. Kitchen looks okay to me, and whatever. It's not anything sort of blowing my mind, but it's there. Farmstead, about 2,400 and change square feet, 539. I have seen this model sell for far more than this price, and actually not that much more upgraded. Looks like we've got some hardwood floors. The kitchen has a good countertop, good colors, pot lights, all the rest of it. Not my favorite floor plan out of the Spirit plans, but it's still, they do sell. They are popular. That's a good price for that one. McQuaig 547. Not the prettiest looking home from the outside. I mean, if we're being perfectly honest here. Bit of an inlay in the hardwood floors, and so the kitchen and the dining room are sort of side by side, and then you've got a long kitchen here. Hood fan's been upgraded. There's your eat-in. There's a family room on the second floor, and no grass in the backyard. So bit sort of unique and different. Some design touches that may really vibrate with some people, may not work for others. Mickey Court 559, you're basically right beside Tremaine here. And inside, nice upgrades. They've got this neat little round breakfast bar in the kitchen. Beyond there, I don't know what size it is. I don't think they've mentioned it in the description here. Looks like it's only a 3-bedroom plus a great room. Might have a bit of a tough time. Location. The upgrades are nice, but I have a feeling the size plus the location is really holding them back at that price point. Lancaster 559. It's a Newgate, just under 2,500 square feet, and it backs onto the pond, which is really nice. Lancaster's a good street. Beyond there, I don't have any photos. Weston 579. And we know that this one is playing in the 24. It's funny because it's 2,477 square feet here, and then you look at the actual size and it says 25 to 3,000. So don't believe everything you read in the listings. Don't have much here. Dark hardwood floors. Who knows? So let's wait for the photos there. Cook Crescent, little close to the highway. Some parts of Cook can get a little close. This is HDR photography. When it's done really well, showcases a home extremely nicely. Nice blue sky on this one. $579 is the price. And so you've got a good sized backyard, 140 feet on this one. Wow. And so even with the pool having the cover off, I'm sure that would be a nice impression. No shots of the inside. It's got a finished basement, and we know that it's less than 2,500 square feet. So let's see what happens with this one. Beaver Hall built it. Whaley Way is a wood lily. It's the normal wood lily is about 2,500 square feet. This one's 2,661, a little bit bigger, being on the corner. And $589. I've seen these definitely go for that, especially when you got a kitchen that looks that good. And so it's a nice floor plan. You've got your living, dining that are directly across from each other, and then you get this way and you've got your kitchen, family room. You've got your staircase coming up, and it looks like perhaps there's some iron pickets there too. Laundry room looks great. This one's very well put together. You get a little bit wider lot because you're on the corner. Buck Drive 589. We've seen a couple of these models list recently. It's not a tremendously huge floor plan. I think it's 2,500 square feet. Buck is one of those streets that we don't find a lot of homes, a lot of turnover coming out. It's a Green Park home, 105 feet deep on the lot, and you've got some upgrades. I don't know if it's a wow. I don't know if it's in the right price range. 6 lines, $699. Very architecturally creative and nice. The only thing in the lot is only about 150 by 150, and I'd be very curious to see the photos on this one. So that's the list for today. You can see in-ground sprinkler on that one, reverse osmosis, ground source furnace. So you know that these guys have really stepped it up in terms of what's going on in the home. So anyhow, that's the list for today. Any questions, if you want to see anything, let us know. And if you're not coming to the class tonight, what you may want to do is book a tour of homes for the weekend. So if you're interested in that, it's just over to the side there. And we do tours, I think there's 3 or 4 times on the weekend. So at your convenience, might be a great thing to come out, see what kind of homes are available in your price range, and really get a good sense, because the stuff online looks way different in person, and it gives you an opportunity, even if you're looking a month from now or a year from now, you can start to build that context and the awareness so that when you go back to the computer, everything makes a lot more sense. So that's the list for today. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow.